ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, מזמור שיר ליום השבת, ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות.
Shalom. In our last session, we talked about how our life is a creative process, how the choices we make, the things that we do, help create the masterpiece, which is our life. And what we want to explore today is, what is it that we want to create? Can we have intention? Can what we create have impact? Can it move our lives in the direction that we want? So our tradition, our mystical tradition, has a wonderful image to describe the creative process, and it's that of building a house. In the building of a house, there is first the builder who desires to create the house. Then the builder draws up the blueprints, the sense of thought and about what that house is going to look like. Then deploys the workers to build the house using the energy that's necessary to build the house. And finally, the house is manifested. And this can be really broken into 4 stages with every creative process: desire, intention, energy, and manifestation. Give another example, a very mundane example. If you wanted to buy a new smartphone, you first would have to have the desire that was coming from somewhere to get the new smartphone. Then you might do some research online to check out and compare prices and models and learn about them and all those things, and you would zero in on one. Then you would employ the energy that you needed to obtain it. Once you knew what you wanted, maybe you'd go down to the store to get it, maybe you would order online, and then finally it would be there in your hand. Now, a lot of the time in this creative process that has 4 steps: desire, intention, energy, and manifestation, we are more aware of the energy and the manifestation part of our lives and what we create in the world. But do we really reflect on the desire or the intention? Why did I want to take this step, make this choice in the first place? Where did my desire come from? What was my intention? In the case of the example of the phone, was it a status symbol for me that I want to have the latest and greatest of how I look to other people? Was it because I fancy myself a photographer and want to have a phone that is going to take really good pictures, and this next one has higher megapixels and can take these new pictures? What is my desire and my intention? And then I go ahead and fulfill what I need to do that. So while this is a mundane example, there are lots of other choices in our lives that have greater consequences. The activities that we choose for our children, the organizations that we want to start, the relationships that we choose to give time to and those that don't, how we take care of our bodies. All of these choices have desires and intentions that are behind them that would be good for us to have more awareness about. Now, the word that really refers to our intention behind our action is kavanah. And kavanah comes from this word kivun, which means to direct. It's an archery term. Where are we going to direct our attention? And kavanah is mostly known in Jewish religious terms as, when you have kavanah behind a mitzvah that you do, it means that you're feeling and you're doing that mitzvah from a place that you're connected with. So if you're doing the mitzvah of prayer, having kavanah means that you're conscious of the words that you're saying and what they mean, and you're invested in them. If you're eating matzah on Passover and you're conscious that you're not just eating a cracker but a symbol of your freedom, you have kavanah behind that. But our tradition is incredible in that it says we're not just limited to these ritual religious activities. We need to have kavanah, or intention, behind everything we do in our lives. Everything we do comes towards that question: how do we bring more God into the world? How do we bring more of the values that we care about, whether those are love or justice or compassion? How do we bring those more into the world? And when we make our choices, can we actually take time to reflect, how does this express what my image of God is? How does this express what I truly care about? Can our actions have an awareness and a consciousness of the intention that we bring behind them, so that we can truly be a part of creating the world that we want to live in? Thank you.
Alei